for.
You know what it is? You know what I just realized? It's an entitlement issue.
No, it's not an entitlement issue. Why is it an entitlement issue? Why?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. To spend his money that he earned on his hard-earned back. When you talk about socialism, bro, you're telling me that everyone that talks about socialism, or when they say that you have to give away your money to some extent, you're telling me socialism has nothing to do with giving away your money to some extent. How can you defend AOC, who sold sweatshirts that were...
Do we have to go back to this, bro?
Defending AOC.
Bro, you're gonna tell me that
what kind of person defends AOC? Like, you actually have to be missing brain cells. What happened to you? I'm a fucking independent thinker. That's what I am.
And yeah, okay, that's the same thing as I just said. I'm a rational person, and you said I couldn't say that. Shut the fuck up.
You didn't say it. Yeah.
So AOC, people who were duped now need to admit that AOC is a faithful servant to those in power and has done nothing but seriously harm the black and brown people with the policies that she has put in place. Okay, that's two separate points, right, that I would like to address. If you, by saying she's a faithful servant to those in power, I think that's one of the most brain dead fucking things you could possibly say, bro. She's like the number one opposition. She's the number one opposition to like big businesses and like institutional power within like the government. So then why does it matter that she's a bartender then? Why does it matter then that she's a bartender? If education means nothing to you, why is the fact she's a bartender a bad thing? Characterize me.
Then what are you? What are you?
I'm a fucking rational person, bro. How about that?
Oh, what are you?
I don't know. I'm more left leaning. I'm not like when you say a liberal, I think of Hillary Clinton. I'm not Hillary Clinton.
That's what you think of. I think of you when I think
like a leftist would be more accurate. Like whatever AOC, Bernie shit. A progressive.
Oh.
Progressive is a good word.
You think you're progressive?
Yes. And what would you call yourself? What would you label yourself?
No. You called yourself progressive.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not even going to go there.
Why?
I'm not even going to go there.
Why is that bad?
What would I label myself? I'm a fucking independent thinker. That's what I am.
And yeah, okay, that's the same thing as I just said. I'm a rational person, and you said I couldn't say that. Shut the fuck up.
You didn't say it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You're an independent thinker, bro. You're fucking you're gurgling fucking Candace Owens ball sack, bro.
Yeah, she's an independent thinker, bro. You're defending AOC.
Bro, you're gonna tell me that
kind of person defends AOC? Like, you actually have to be missing brain cells. What happened to you? What are you eating? Smoking? That weed that you grow over there is like fucking your brain up, bro. How the fuck do you find yourself defending AOC? Not only one issue, two issues, constantly. There's something wrong, bro. I don't know what happened.
I listened to him talk today. He sounded so bad.
Michael, I'm defending bro.
I want to talk about Charlie Munger.
What?
What don't you like about Candace Owens?
What don't I like about Candace Owens? Bro, she's more right wing than Donald fucking Trump. Did you see her interview with Trump?
Yeah.
You did? Yeah. So you watched Trump like blow her the fuck out then, basically, right? Like she wasn't.
Trump
she
said some things that they disagreed about.
She's too Trump for Trump.
Oh, well, why is that Trump? Like, people have now like labeled anyone that thinks right or conservative like it's too Trump for Trump.
Bro, no,
like,
I think conservatives are like. I think conservative voice is necessary.
You haven't named anything though. I said, what don't you like about her? And you haven't said anything.
What don't I like about her? Bro, she gives brain dead fucking takes. Like saying that fucking AOC is a servant to those in power. She literally advocates she advocates against those in power, bro.
So that the Democrats, started giving welfare out and letting these people being relied on by the government change a lot of things. If you look into it, bro. Black people were assimilating into society and really doing well for themselves. And then what?
No, bro, that's not true at all, Michael.
Okay, then I'm gonna find the stats.
What year did welfare come out?
I'm trying. Hold on, I'll find it. 1935, FDR focused mainly on creating jobs for the masses of unemployed workers.
How can you defend AOC, who sold sweatshirts that were...
Do we have to go back to this, bro? Because they were created in America.
You're gonna say how Candace Owens is selling something AOC is selling something too
No,
that's
yeah,
making
bro.
money.
AOC says she's for the workers. She's for representation of workers, unionization of workers. So she sells a product made by unionized workers. Okay. Meanwhile, Candace Owens products are all made in fucking China. Okay. So who really cares about the workers?
You are the biggest cockamania person I've ever
How is
heard
it?
in my
Okay,
life.
address what I just said. How about that instead
Who
of
really
calling me
cares
a
about the
lunatic?
workers? Bro, AOC wants everyone on government handouts.
No, that's
These
not
people-
true.
But
I
these
mean-
people, bro.
Okay, maybe. Okay, if she does believe that, I don't believe that. If she believes that, then I think that's wrong. How about that?
She cares about the workers. What has she done to care about the workers? You're saying that she bought these fucking Gildan shirts that I could go buy on custom.
Bro,
Ink
they're
and
not
whatever she put on them. Bro, are you
God.
out of your mind? You're giving this girl credit like she empowered the union.
She did.
Like, you really are something, bro.
Bro,
really
what do you mean? That's a fact. They're not Gildan sweatshirts, Mike.
Bro, them shits. I saw it on Twitter. People talking about it. Like, bro, these shits are like these are like basic shirts or what hoodies.
Oh my God, bro.
You're making it like she
Made
went
in
to
the
some
USA. Union
dope,
printed.
Bro.
What? Bro, what?
What does that mean?
Bro, she cares about the workers of the United States. She cares about the
my
middle class of the
God.
United States. Simple as that.
So,
Simple as that, bro. Candace Owens sells products
Did she
made in
donate
China.
all that money?
Why does she need to
all the money?
donate all that money? The money goes to her campaign,
She cares about the workers.
bro, she employed the workers. She empowered the workers. Why? Like, you don't have to give away all your money to be like a socialist or whatever.
You don't? So you're telling me
No,
as
you
a socialist, you could keep all your money, save all your money, do
Yes.
everything, but everyone else has to share and
No, bro, that's not what it is. And that's a fundamental misunderstanding of socialism, I guess. Because socialism
hear it.
is that workers are able to control the means of their production. That's it. So you don't have to give away all your money to be a socialist. For example, this is streamer, Hasan Piker. He's an avid socialist. He's super rich. He bought a $2 million house. The way he got rich was by streaming. So like, and advocating for socialist values. So do you think it's hypocritical of him to go buy a $2 million house now?
I mean, how could it not be?
Because he is the money that he has, he made off the back of his own labor. So he should be entitled to spend that however he wants. Right? But like
Capitalism to me.
What?
Sounds like capitalism to me.
No, okay, because the only thing that socialism is that a worker owns the rights to the means of production. So a worker co-op, do you know what a worker co-op is? Okay, where like me, you, and George will all throw in 30% of the equity in our company, and now we all are entitled to 30% of the profits. And the only people that we hire or bring into the company are like independent contractors to do like plumbing and bullshit like that, or people that we want to bring into the company. Like, oh, we need to hire somebody. They have to buy in with like 5% of the company or whatever, and they are entitled to 5% of the company. So the workers are the ones in charge of the company. That's it. That's it. The workers own the rights to the means of production.
You're putting me to sleep, brother. You're putting me to sleep.
Bro, but like I still come back to the fundamental.
Just explained capitalism when you said, should he be able to spend his money that he earned on his hard-earned back? When you talk about socialism, bro, you're telling me that everyone that talks about socialism, or when they say that you have to give away your money to some extent, you're telling me socialism has nothing to do with giving away your money to some extent.
Bro, it has to do with maybe. Oh, Mike, you're
have
saying
their
some
own
brain
language,
dead
like-
shit right now, bro. You are saying
And
some
they
brain
like to,
dead
like,
shit.
But anyway, bro, you're telling me socialism has nothing to do with giving your money away to some extent. Yes or no?
It has to do
Yes
with
or no?
higher
I don't wanna hear
taxes.
your Okay, so now it does have to do with something about giving your money away. When
Bro,
5
it's
minutes ago,
not
you didn't
giving
mention
your
that.
money away, bro.
I want to ask you this: in a socialist country, that streamer Hasan Pike, he would have the same amount of money that he has now.
Sure, because he puts in all the work to generate his profit. He does everything. He puts in all the work. What? What about what?
He puts in all the work. So
Yeah,
where is he streaming from?
He streams on Twitch in his fucking house with his
Does
equipment.
Twitch get paid?
What?
Of course.
How does he get paid?
He gets paid by people like fucking donating to him.
That's fucking
Advertisements.
sad. That's a whole
Advertisements.
nother fucking problem. That's a whole nother fucking
Why?
That's sad because you know what? Not for nothing, and you could disagree with this. People that are sending him their money for whatever the fuck he's doing, just talking, is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Do you disagree?
Okay,
Like,
no, I think that's kind of fair, but it's not like he's one of the people who is out here like, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money. He doesn't, that's one of his things is like, he doesn't acknowledge like this, like he doesn't promote people donating to him because he's well enough off without it, but people do it anyway.
So why doesn't he give his money away, though?
He donates to charity. He pays all of his taxes, but then he wants to enjoy the fruits of his labor, which is literally the definition of socialism. Because at my company, for example, the workers who pick and pack all the packages make minimum wage, but we do $100,000 of sales every single day. So the value that they're adding is far more than what they are being paid for.
You know what it is? You know what I just realized? It's an entitlement issue.
No, it's not an entitlement issue. Why is it an entitlement issue? Why?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. You think you're entitled to more than you actually are.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing is if these
keeping boxes or doing very simple labor, you think they're deserving on the fucking big money that the company is making. And that is ridiculous. I'm not going to say they don't deserve more money per hour or something, but you're trying to make it like they deserve in on the hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's ridiculous.
Bro, but why is that ridiculous? Because if they weren't there, the company could not survive.
Yeah, but you're not.
They would get replaced in 5 seconds.
Well, but you're not taking like a risk-adjusted basis.
Well, I know that's one of the arguments that I make against socialism is like, how do you get funding for like companies and shit when you have like a socialist world where like you're supposed to have to buy in or whatever?
Yeah, but put it on its head, right? Like if the guy unpacking it gets hurt, company's responsible.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But he is part of the company in this situation. He is 5% of the company or whatever.
Yeah, but you have to factor in risk, right? That if COVID comes out, right, where the company's fucking financials get fucked, what the fuck does he deserve then?
The
like,
worker,
you know
but
I
it's
mean?
the same thing. It's the same thing because they enjoy the good times and they suffer in the bad times. It's the same thing though. Because
that's not how this country works.
It's ridiculous, bro.
But bro, there's data to show that when workers, and I'm not trying to say that I want to like transition to a fully socialist society, okay?
No. I don't believe in like socialism like that, but like if you go back and study Home Depot and you look at like when that company started to go public and all those workers were giving stock, a lot of those workers made millions of dollars. Sure. Literally, people bagging fucking bags made millions of dollars. In that aspect, I understand it, right? Like, if it's a large company and you want to reward employees with stock, that's a different thing. But on a percent basis, to talk about like 5 fucking
that was just a random number I spit out. That's just a random number I spit out.
I know, but like, look, if you're running a fucking huge company and you want to give some, a schmuck like 10 shares for him, he probably deserves it.
Yes, that's fine. That's a good thing, bro. I think that should be like almost essentially required. But like, but my point is like profit sharing, and when employees feel like rewarded and like they matter in the company, it improves productivity undeniably.
Yeah, but you don't have to. That's completely true. But you don't have to do it with equity.
I'm not saying you have to do it with equity either.
If Mikey worked for me, I can go give him 10 grand as a bonus. I can give him a fucking vacation.
Yeah, bro, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I could buy the guy a cup of fucking coffee in the morning and he would appreciate it.
That's why I want to strangle you, because you go to the extreme when it's so much more simpler than that. Like,
bro, it's not simpler than that, Mike. So then if it was simpler than that, then why did... Go ahead. You just like cut out, like it stops picking up your audio randomly. So like I think you're done speaking.
Because I moved, but
anyway,
going back, you were saying like, what would they do if they left or something? Like you're acting like those people aren't very replaceable too. You want these people to get a percentage or something? They're the most replaceable people. They leave, we're getting a new person the next day. That's why they don't get a percentage.
But why is that the mindset? Why is it just should that be? Oh, they're just another cog in the machine or whatever, right?
That's reality, man.
No, but it's not. It doesn't have to be reality. Okay, do you know what gravity payments is?
All right, but wait, Volp, let me ask you something. Should there be Okay. If we're going to go towards the way you're going, do you think there should be a time requirement? Meaning, if Mikey gives you 5% and you make an extra $500,000 the first 2 years, you walk away in the third year with $1 million in your bank account, then what?
Well, you can't just leave in that sense
Why?
because you need to pay
Why?
out you need to give back your money. Like you own 5% of the company now, so you have to give them 5% of the company's worth of money.
But if your company appreciated,
yeah,
and you just cash out on the upside, what happens then?
I mean, maybe you could create some kind of contract or some shit. Bro, I'm not trying to, Mike. I'm not here.
No, I'm saying,
You're a sensitive liberal.